Wales will begin their preparations for Twickenham on Monday, faced with the prospect of meeting England without a specialist number 10 and charged with responding from what Warren Gatland described as one of the worst halves of his 34-year coaching career. Head coach Gatland saw his side lose to Scotland in Cardiff for the first time since 2002, but also come as close as possible to overturning a 27-0 deficit. In the end, Gregor Townsend's men just about held on. This captivating 80 minutes was the archetypal game of two halves. For the first 40, Wales were, in Gatland's own words, terrible and shocking. Then, with all seemingly lost, his team came roaring back from the dead to, if not win, secure 2 losing bonus points. It was hard to know what to make of it all. Scotland ended their Welsh capital hoodoo, but for many of tartan persuasion their team's near capitulation made the final result still feel like a loss. Wales, meanwhile, face England on Saturday, looking to build on the momentum of their second-half display, but knowing they will likely be without Sam Costelow for Twickenham. Costelow is the only out-and-out fly half in Gatland's Six Nations squad, but suffered a head injury against Scotland after being hit by Luke Crosby. The 23-year-old failed his head injury replacement and did not return to the field after initially being replaced by Ioan Lloyd on a temporary basis. Costelow also failed a head injury assessment last month after taking a blow playing for the Scarlets against Clermont Auvergne. Back-to-back head injuries means Costelow is now a big doubt to face England, with Lloyd ready to begin the game. Lloyd won just his third cap against Scotland but did not look out of place. Looking back at the second-half performance, if we can replicate that for the full 80, that's exciting, but we need to make sure it doesn't take that first half to get into it, said Wales number 8 Aaron Wainwright, who was man of the match after a try-scoring performance. They, Scotland, were perhaps panicking a bit, and a bit more composure from us in the dying moments could have turned it. Next week we need to go with full energy and accuracy. With another 5 minutes we probably would have got the win. A game of two halves sums it up perfectly. It was not the start we wanted, but we showed what we can do when we start putting some stuff together. One of the encouraging things was how we kept fighting and put ourselves in with a chance to win. That's going to give us momentum for next week. Wales were certainly all at sea in the first 40. They lost 5 lineouts, and even when they did have the ball, Costelow, in the time he was on the field, just kicked it away. It allowed Scotland to go to the break 20-0 up, and when Duhan van der Merwe grabbed his second, Wales were 27-0 down and facing a hammering. We were in our shell during that first half, Wales wing Rio Dyer said. We were hitting it up and getting put on the back foot, so the only thing we could do then was kick it. Warren said at halftime, "Let's actually play. We have got nothing to lose now." He said we can't be putting out performances like that in the first half in the first game of the Six Nations. Wales responded to Gatland's words and improved significantly. But they could hardly have got worse, and they also benefited from Scotland switching off. James Botham, Dyer, Wainwright and debutant Alex Mann all scored to make it a one-point game as a sold-out Principality Stadium crowd enjoyed a thrilling finale. Wales came up just short. Their Twickenham record is poor. Wales have lost their last 7 tests there since claiming a memorable 2015 World Cup pool win. They have just 2 London Six Nations victories to their name, in 2008 and 2012 since the competition expanded 24 years ago. Wales will surely make changes. George North will return in the back division and Sir Tu May will Rowlands at lock. Thomas Williams must start after appearing from the bench to such great effect against Scotland. The same can be said of Elliot Dee, who shored up a Wales line-out which struggled badly when Ryan Elias was at hooker. For Scotland, the win was everything. But, bizarrely, they may start their preparations for France a slightly downbeat. Lock Richie Gray is likely to be ruled out of the rest of the Six Nations due to a bicep injury. Darcy Graham is unlikely to recover for Les Bleus, who lost to Ireland in round 1. But Grant Gilchrist will return from a ban to step in for Gray, and co-captain Rory Darge will also be fit. Doubts remain over Prop WP Nell's ability to face France. They are a great side with world-class players and a massive pack. We've seen him play some brilliant rugby in the last 12 months, Scotland head coach Townsend said of France. But we know them well. We played them 3 times last year and had 3 very close games against them. 1 win, 1 very close defeat, and the Six Nations game when we had to come back from a red card and being down on the scoreboard. That was a really close game too. We've got to be better, and we know we can be. We have to show for 80 minutes what we showed in the first half against Wales. France will be desperate to get a win on the back of 2 defeats, one in the World Cup and one against Ireland.